Aye, shepherd's pie.
Aye, Savaloi.
We're back. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do one of our little cost of living updates today. I said we do them every month. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but a lot of people like them. They get a lot of views. People are interested. So if you're not one of the people that likes them, stick with the channel. Just skip this one. And we don't do many. Yeah, and one thing I'm going to try and do today is talk more slowly so everybody can understand me.
That's too slow.
Well, I know that. And if I talk too fast, the lovely Ellen is going to pinch me. And you can tell by the smile on her face.
I don't hurt people.
She's looking forward to doing that because she does like a bit of pain. So anyway, yeah, let's talk about our living costs because I'm just going to turn the camera around a little bit here because they have surprised us somewhat this month. They've surprised you, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the look of surprise on her face. Yeah, they are. Well, we'll break down what they are first, and then we'll talk about them because they have made us do some hard thinking about what we want to be spending going forward and why it's costing us what it's costing us. But first of all, we'll break down through the set costs, which are, our rent, scooter hire, etc., utility bills. And then we'll look at the fluctuating costs because nearly all of these bills which we're gonna go through now are set except for the electricity.
Yeah.
All the others are a set amount each month. So the first one, our palace,
which is 15,000 pesos.
Okay, so we are paying 15,000 pesos for a 2-bedroom house in a little, I don't know, what do you call these places? Not the address, what do we call it? A little village, a barangay, in a small barangay on the outskirts of Bacon. Now, we're happy here, aren't we?
We are.
We are, see? She says that with a straight face. But we are. I am.
We are.
Yeah. I will put a link to the house because I did a video a couple of months ago in case anyone's interested. I'll add it at the end of the video if you want to have a look at where we're living. But it's nice for us, didn't want anywhere bigger or fancier, didn't want a swimming pool, never used the things. I've lived in houses with swimming pools before when I was in Thailand and never used them. And 2 bedrooms is enough for us. There's only 2 of us, and believe it or not, we sleep together. That might be a shock. So we don't use the spare room. It does us. It's certainly not some dingy little bedsit or studio apartment. Some people say you can't get anywhere nice for 15,000. We can. And we got a good deal here. We're very happy with this house. So what's the next one, my love?
The next one is the scooter, which is 5,000 per month.
You notice how she's reading it covertly now? we were making the video before and she was reading it like this, but I just had a delivery. So we had to start again. But now, for some reason, she's got the book
because I know what's next.
Trying to read it out the corner of her eye. But there you go. So, what is it? Yeah, scooter,
yeah,
5,000. That's what I pay a month. Ellen doesn't ride, so it's my scooter, in a sense. I'm the only one that uses it. I pay the rent for it. 5,000 is a good price. It's the right price if you're in Dumaguete. That's what an experienced expat will pay here. I'm not saying I am an experienced expat, it's just that I know a few newbies who've come over here who are paying like 9,000. I know a guy the other day was quoted 12,000, which is ridiculous, but the guy I rent mine from, it's 5,000. I was put onto him by my old mate Ray in Sicky Hall, told me go there, see the guy, he'll rent you one for 5,000. And since I've got that bike, talking to other expats that I've met, 5,000 is the right price. That's what they had paid in the past. They thought that was a fair price. Any more than that would be too high. any lower than that, you're not going to get lower than that. 5,000's, you know, a good price. So shop around if you're here. I mean, if you're not bothered, don't worry. But if you are looking for value, you know, there are a lot of places that will rent you one for 5,000. Just try ask around some of the garages. Okay, what's the?
Next is the electricity, which is 1,840.
So that was 1,840 pesos, which is what we pay. I mean, that's what we use. That's lower than last month, and I think that's because we had some rain.
Yeah.
I know this month, because the bill's just come in, this coming month is up to 2,400, so it fluctuates. We've got the aircon on now. You know, I don't understand personally how people have such high electricity bills over here. The landlord who I rent this place from, I'm sure he's got a bigger house, but he was saying his bill's about 12,000 a month for electricity, and another one of the neighbours was saying theirs is around 12,000, and I just don't get it. I don't understand how, because we've got the aircon on now. We've got it on the lowest setting, 16. That's what I do when I come in here. But after about 15 minutes, it's too cold. You switch it off, and you've got the fan on. For a couple of hours, it's fine. Then it starts to get warm again. You know, you're probably back on. You know, I can't have it on for more than half an hour. Ellen can't have it on for more than 20 minutes.
Exactly.
If I put it on at night, she'll start shivering in the bed like, you know, it's so cold, put it off. So, yeah, it's not that we're trying to save money on the aircon, I couldn't think of the word then. It's just, that's just what it is. Now, I suppose some people, I mean, you could put it on, I don't know, 22 and then you'd have it on all the time. But what would be the point? I mean, surely that, you know, anyway. As I say, next month is more, it's 12,400 in next month's cost of living. But I've been here a year now, and the most expensive bill I've ever had was 3,500 for a month when I was living in Valencia in our little dungeon.
Yeah.
That was a small place, but it had a hot roof. It was hot there, so we had the aircon on a lot, even though it was only a studio. And it was 3,500. My bills when I was living in Sikihor by myself were about 1,100, 1,200. And when I lived in Sibulan, the bills were all included, so I don't know. So I've never paid more than 3,500 since I've been in the Philippines. So that's a benchmark for us, isn't it? If it was more, I'd be amazed if our bill's ever more than 3,500. But because I've been here, we've been together for the hottest months of the year. So why would it, you know, go up any more than that? What's next?
Next is the internet, which is a fixed one, 1,599 per month.
So 1,599, we get 100
Mbps.
See, I can never remember the Mbps, but that's why I point at Ellen. Yeah, it's good. It's 100 Mbps. It's adequate. It does go down occasionally, but not for long. Fingers crossed. I think the most it's gone down since we've had it would be for maybe 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
A couple of times a week. You know, if you were working from home teaching English or something, that might be a problem to you. But for us, it's fine. I mean, I'm happy with it. You know, if I was doing work online or something, I might have to think about going with, what's it called, Starlink?
Yeah, Starlink.
Starlink, that's what some of the expats use over here. But for us, I'm with a company called Phil Products, which is one of the bigger companies over here. There's a few more, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Convergys, PLDT Globe.
Okay, so you've got
And
Globe,
Sky,
PLDT. There's a few. I think they're much of a muchness, you know, I would have thought, but we're no experts on that. But internet's fine, so that's a fixed one. The only one of our bills that goes up and down is the electricity. All the others are set fees, because the next one's what? Our water.
Water.
Our water, there's a big one, this is 50 pesos. It's 50 pesos a month. It's been 50 pesos every month.
Yeah.
The reason I say I always seem a bit surprised by that is we have a water meter. When I moved in, the landlord took me down and showed me where the water meter is. So you would think by definition, you have a water meter, the bills would change. Although thinking about it now, perhaps they're estimated. And maybe once a year they come out and read them and then give you the real ones.
I don't think so.
Well, that's how it works in the UK. I don't know how it works in what country you're in, but only maybe once or twice a year someone will actually come out and read it. They'll come out, they'll read the meter, and then they'll work out what you've been paying, and sometimes they give you money back, or sometimes they take it off, but it's cheaper for them to come out, so you'll get a little bill when you have an E, which means an estimate. They've estimated it. But then every 6 months they'll come out, check it and say, you've been paying too much, you get this off, or you've not been paying enough, and suddenly you get a bill for treble. So maybe that's what it is here. Maybe the reason we're paying 50, they estimate it, and
I don't know in Bangkok, but in Tanhai it's different. It's monthly. You read it monthly.
well, anyway, we don't know. All we know is it's always 50. So there you go.
Next is your visa, 1,500.
Yeah, my visa fluctuates. I renewed my visa today. I went down to immigration. Got asked some questions. I was told they were toughening up the process, and I had to write down reasons of why I was staying there. They wanted to know if I had a girlfriend, and I don't know if you're supposed to say yes or no. That, what difference does that make? I mean, I said, yeah, I've got a girlfriend, but she's not the reason why I'm in the Philippines. I'm in the Philippines on holiday. There you go. But I got the express service for that, and it was 2,850 for 2 months. But that will start 30th, so that's in next month's pay. In this one, the last one I got, it worked out 4,000, but 1,000 of that was the agency fee, so 3,000 for the visa, 1,500 pesos a month. That's how we're calculating it. But I got the express service today, and how much extra did that cost me? About 1,000, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, it was 2,850 to get my 2-month visa extension, to get it on Monday. So today's Friday, we went in, by paying the express service, I can pick it up Monday. If I hadn't paid the express service, and I'd left it for, I think they wanted it for 2 weeks, or the 27th of August, then it would have been about 800 less. So it's only 1,000 a month really, the visa, which is £14 English, about $18 US. So not big money. Anyway, what we got next? Sweet stuff? Is that it?
Yeah, for the utility and your visa, total amount cost is 24,989. But we got your health insurance for 3,319.
Okay, so basically, if you add all our utility costs up together, it comes to 24,989. Now that translates to $495 or £384, I believe. Is that right?
No.
Why is it not right? Because I've added.
Yeah,
Okay, right. Okay, fine. Are you sure that's added to that?
Yes.
100% certain.
This is the total.
You added that, did you?
Yes.
Okay. We're so organised here. In terms of my medical insurance, because Ellen's got Phil Health, she gets it through her work. I've got not private medical insurance. I have got travel insurance. Now that travel insurance cost me £555 for the year. It's supposed to be a good policy. It's a 5-star policy. You know, you can get 2 stars, 3 stars. You know, they're rated by the insurance boards. And mine was a 5-star policy. It works out about £45 a month I'm paying for that, which in
3,300.
which is 3,300 pesos. As I say, I paid that for the year in advance. It runs out in October, at which point I'm going to have to look at going over to private medical insurance, unless I go back to the UK and take out another travel insurance. So some people have been asking me to do a video on private medical insurance. I haven't done it because I don't know what I'm talking about. And believe it or not, I prefer to at least think I know what I'm talking about before I make a video. I thought you were going to laugh then. But Yeah, so what I'm basically saying is, in the next month or so, I'm going to have to start talking to people, and then when I know what my price and that will be, I will do a video on it. But at the moment, I don't really know, what it's going to cost me. But there's an office called, is it Pacific Cross?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see them at some stage in the next few weeks and find out what my options are, because I've heard good things about Pacific Cross. Right then, so yeah, so if you add the 3,319 pesos is what I pay for my private medical insurance to our utility bills, that gives you the grand total of
28,308.
28,308 pesos. Now that equates today to £384 or £495 US dollars. Now, that's basically our set costs. Now, I'm not going to bore you with our grocery bills for two reasons. A, I don't see the point, and B, I haven't got the bills out, so we couldn't work them out in. It'd be an estimate. But roughly, we spend about 2,000 to 2,500 pesos a month a week on grocery bills. And that's we go to one of the supermarkets in town, we get some bits and bobs, some toiletries and all the rest of it. And we usually go twice a week, and the bill's usually around the 1,100, 1,200 peso mark, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we went this week and it was 2,000, that was quite high for us. Because one of the things about shopping is I've only got a scooter. So you can't do big shops. So you tend to get, what you need and what you can carry back. So, if we had a car, we'd probably do bigger shops, probably buy a load of stuff that we don't really need. But, yeah. So if you say 2,500 a month on a week, on your groceries, that equates to about 10,000 a month, which is around the £140 mark. I mean, that's what our groceries come to. If I had my little phone there, I could have asked you to work out what... have you got your phone?
Yeah.
Can you work out what £140 is in US dollars, please?
And what is the rate now?
28.
28.
1.28. Anyway, Ellen will either be able to work it out, but I can't do it anyway. Right, we'll forget that. So, it's about, I don't know, $160, something like that, $160, say, a month. We're paid less than $200, put it that way, on shopping. So basically, this month, the way I do it after we've broken down our bills is I just look at my bank withdrawals, because that's how I know what I'm spending. And this last month, I got out £800 from the bank during that period. £800, which is just slightly over the $1,000 a month mark. Now, if you add my £45 for my insurance onto that, it takes you up to $1,100. I mean, that's what our expenditure was this month. Now, as I say, we've taken out, what did we put for, what was the totals? You see, you closed your little book up now, haven't you? What were the totals for the dollars? Right. So,
495.
and that's 484.
Yeah.
So basically, half our living costs were the utility bills and the house and all the rest of it. The other half was groceries and leisure. Now, this is the thing that's bothering us. I mean, if you put it all together, it's bothering me, I think, a bit more than Ellen. Because I'm feeling cheap now. The number of times the videos I've done where I sit there and say, yeah, you can live on $1,000 a month. Of course you can. Lots of people do. But there's a lot you're not going to be able to do. Well, the reality is, I'm starting to think, that's not necessarily the case.
Yes.
But, equally, she's starting to think I don't take her out enough. So yeah. And I'm starting to think she might be right. I mean, I think we had just had a lazy month, because when I looked at the calculations, because as I've said before in the videos, we don't really live on a budget per se. So I don't live on a budget. I don't, I mean, I'm careful with the money, I don't like, throw thousands about, but I think, right, I have to live within this. This is my check. This is what I've got to do. We kind of do what we want to do, and then, count the cost at the end of it kind of thing. I mean, that's basically how it is. Never gone shopping and said, right, we can only spend this much, or we go out tonight, you can only order this, or I can only, it is what it is. But our costs are low, and it's got me thinking. As I said to Ellen when I did the costing for this yesterday, so we got to go out more. We got to start doing more, because I said that tapping, by the way, is Ellen's probably getting bored. She's tapping away at the seat. She seems to forget we got the camera when we're making a video. Things like that. But I was saying in the video the other day, the Filipinos, I think one of the reasons they're tightening up the visas is, they keep seeing these videos of all these guys coming over here saying they live on $600 a month or $800 a month. Well, I don't think that's what the Filipinos want. Well, that's not what they want. It may be great for you to live that way, and I'm not knocking you for doing it. But the reality is, what the Filipinos want, the Philippine government certainly, they want Westerners for other countries to come over and spend a lot of money and put it in the economy. They don't want you coming here and living like Filipinos, because if you do that, what are you contributing? You're not contributing to the economy. And we're in danger of falling into that bracket. So, yeah, it's got me thinking. I know it's a strange thing to say, I want our living costs to go up. And it's got us thinking we may have to do a bit of travelling now. Because, and just to caveat that, I'm not suggesting for 1 second you can live on that. Well, you can. What I'm saying is, just because we lived on $1,000 or $1,100 this month, and just because we lived on roughly the same the month before, slightly more because we bought a little bit of stuff for the house, don't think for 1 second that's all you need over there, because you're always one step away from having an accident on the bike and having to pay for that to get fixed. Or my laptop, for example, it's on its last legs. I've been saying that for 6-7 months. I've got it tied together with masking tape now, which makes me sound like a cheap Charlie, but the trouble is, it's a damn good laptop. It's an i7. I like that computer. We went in town the other week looking for laptops, and I can't get anything close to as good as that. And the trouble, so I'm loath to get rid of it. I've got a mate who lives over in Dumagetti. He had to go to Cebu just to get a laptop comparable to the one I've got. So I'm hoping it will keep going until I end up going back to the UK, on a holiday or something, and I can get one there. But whether it will, it won't. But the point is, if that was to go tomorrow, then obviously my living costs would jump by, £1,000. So, you can't, I'm not saying for 1 second this is the figure you should be aiming at. I'm just saying this is what our bills are coming in at the moment. So that's just what they are. And we expect it to be higher next month. We're going to go out more. I mean, the last week, what did we do? I mean, this week, we went out on Friday night. We went for dinner in one of Ellen's favourite places, the Moon Cafe in Dumagetti. Sunday, we went out to our favourite restaurant, which is Latino's, which is up in Valencia. Last night, we went out to a, what was that place? Last night? Electron
Belly House. I forgot the name.
Electron Belly House or something. The point is, it's so dang cheap to go out here, So, I don't know how you spend a lot. We will spend more if we were to go. I'm saying to Ellen, we should maybe go to Pattaya for a week or so, or somewhere in Thailand. Or we were talking about going to Cebu for a weekend. The problem is, Ellen can't always get time off work. So, we will start doing more things. But unless you do that, it's just, I don't know, we've got simple, cheap needs. She likes the Moon Cafe. I don't mind it, I quite like it. I don't like it probably as much as Ellen, but it's okay. I quite like the Nacho Supreme there. But we went there the other night. She had her favourite dish. She likes the baby back ribs. I had the nachos. I had a couple of beers. Ellen's not really a drinker. She never has more than one beer and a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of Red Horse. But that came to 800 pesos. when we went to Marco's, Latinos, Thai, Italian, Spanish restaurant up in Valencia the other night, bill was 1,000 pesos. We went to that lechon place last night before we went out to the
Sideways.
No, yeah, to Sideways for the general knowledge quiz. That was 320 pesos. You know, so 320 pesos is less than £5. That's less than $7 American. You know, meal at Latino's, that's £14, and that was a meal, mains, a dessert, and a couple of beers. You know, that's £14 or $18 US. You know, I go out a couple of nights a week to the quizzes. Ellen usually comes with me, not always, but most of the time. Went out last night, we went to Sideways. The bill was 520 pesos. And that was me paying for someone else's drinks. Because I made the bill up. So it's not expensive going out here. So although I'm saying we're being cheap Charlies and when you live on a low budget you can't really do much, well, the reality is, living on that budget, I'm talking this last week, we've been out twice, well, in the last 10 days, no, in the last 7 days, we've been out for 3 meals and 2 nights out at quizzes. So that's 5 nights in 7 days. So it's not like we are staying in and, you know, not doing anything. And if I was to say to Ellen, like this week, I'm going to say it now and I already know what the answer's going to be. You look that way. You look that way. No, look that way. I'm going to say it now. No, I'm going to whisper into the camera.
No, just
right,
say it.
You cover your ears. You cover your ears. Cover your ears.
No, just say it.
I'm about to ask Ellen which restaurant she would like to go to next time we go out, and she's going to say Latino's because she wants a cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go out for dinner this weekend?
Latino.
And what would you like to have?
The 4 cheese pizza.
So there you go. You know, I mean, it's not like I'm saying to her she can't go to this place or we can't go to that place. That's the place she would like to go, and that's the place I would like to go. Their food damn good there. Well, we went the other night and we made a video, so we might upload that in the next few weeks. I just don't know if anyone's interested in watching us have dinner, but there you go. So yeah, don't know what else to tell you. Just that our living costs are dropping, and it might sound strange that I'm not happy that they're dropping. It's just got me questioning, am I becoming boring, to be honest? And it's got me questioning whether it's fair on Ellen, in the sense that, you know...
I know it's fair, because every time most of the time you ask me, I would always say, most of the time I would always say no.
You know, what I mean is, Ellen, yeah, a lot of time I'll say, do you want to go out? And she'll say no. I mean, she is a bit of a homebird, but what I mean is, like, I'm not bragging here now. I have done a lot of travelling. As I've said I've been to 75 countries. You know, I spent most of my life just travelling around and living in different countries, and it's what I like to do. Now I'm 52, I'm slowing down, and it's very hard for me to get motivated about, you know, the thought of going to Cebu for like a few days to see the city, or to go here, to go there. A couple of years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. But I kind of think, been there, done that, you know what I mean, kind of thing. But Ellen hasn't. You know, Ellen hasn't been to these places. She hasn't been to Thailand or the rest of it.
Wait for the election is over.
So I'm starting to think, well, you know, just because I'm getting bored with doing these things doesn't mean, you know, so that's what I'm saying, I'm being fair on her. But then equally, if we weren't together and she was still living on the top of a mountain, she wouldn't be going anywhere. But anyway, that's the way I look at it. As I say, I mean, we're a good combination in the sense that I'm not into fancy things. I like to think of myself as a genuine person, and I like to socialise with genuine people. I'm not into, like, you know, poncy restaurants and that kind of thing. I mean, there are a couple of places, I'm not going to name anywhere, but there's a place up on the mountain which we might go one day, because Ellen quite likes the idea of that, but she'd rather have the cheese pizza. And there's a couple of places down the North Point, You know, where they got the waiters with the black bow ties and the surface and the polished glasses. That's not me. Used to be me. Used to be me when I was younger. You know, but now I don't. You know, I like good honest food in good honest places. But it's got to be good food. I've completely lost where I was going with that. What the hell was I talking about? This is the trouble of getting old. Why did I say that? What was the point of that? Oh yeah, no, my point was, so you got me, who likes to, I do like to go out, but I don't have expensive tastes in terms of where I go. For example, my 3 favourite restaurants, if we're not having a sit down, I love Anook's, I love Krispy Kreme. You know, where's the other place I like? Oh, that Mackey's down there. Yeah, now I quite like it. I'm happy with it. She's much fussier with me than food. So you've got me, who's, you know, cheap and cheerful when I go out and happy like that. And you've got her, she doesn't want to go out a lot of the time. She's constantly tired.
I feel like I'm the one who's old.
She doesn't drink. I don't want to go out. Oh, why, you know. So it's like, you know, I suppose we're a good combination in that sense. I mean, that's why our living costs are probably low, because she doesn't, she's not a drinker. And certainly not a party animal. I mean, when I met Ellen, do you mind if I tell them how old you are?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm 28.
She's 28 years old. We've known each other for about 8 months now, and I took her to Why Not about 7 months ago, and it was the first time she'd ever been in a disco in her life. First time in a nightclub. I mean, I was amazed by that. So, and she had her first cocktail in there. And then she's tried this, and now she can drink me under the table. I think she goes into the Kingswick and that. She's straight on the no, but even now she won't have more than like 1 drink, you know, which is fine. Works for her.
The 1 bottle I will consume it for like 2 hours.
Yeah, one bottle of apple, you know, which is only 3%, or a bottle of mule. She doesn't like San Miguel Light or anything like that. Yeah, she'll make it last the whole night. She just sips. And then at the end when we go in, she'll say, "Finish this for me." So there you go. Anyway, that's enough about us. Those are our living costs. Hopefully you found it useful. She didn't pinch me once, so that means she either forgot to or I wasn't speaking that quickly. But there we go.
Oh, maybe I'm just used to how you talk, how you speak.
Anyway, do you have anything you would like to say to our audience?
I don't know. I don't know how you say it, but I forgot.
Well, I didn't prompt you. I just didn't want to say that.
No.
I didn't
I thought you want me to say that, like, what's the closing speech?
No. I meant, have you got anything to add? Like, you know, I've done most of the talking. Right.
Nothing.
So Ellen's got nothing to add. All I'll say is thanks for watching. You're all going to say thanks for watching, are you?
Yeah, thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you didn't, very sorry. If you like the channel, it'd be fantastic if you subscribed. Whether you do, whether you don't, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe, be lucky. Bye bye.